All right, here we go. On the floor, on your back, relax, arms up, shoulders toward the ceiling. That's it. Just raise the shoulders up, reaching for the ceiling, back down. This is a great start to a crunch, is just understanding that when you do a crunch, it's nothing more than reaching those shoulders up to the ceiling, except getting the abs involved, those upper abs as well. So then you take and go reaching toward the ceiling with the arms and then bringing it back down. How high you come up is up to your core and how strong that is. Up, hold, and back down. But there's no change in the spine. When you reach up, that spine is still totally straight. You're in neutral position. You're in great neutral position. And then when you go to that crunch, you're doing the same thing. Up. You still got that back on the floor. Shoulders just roll up a little bit and back down. And then if you exhale, you'll get even higher up. Down nice and slow. Remember the eccentric. The extension is as important as the contraction. So we contract right here, getting those core muscles tight, and then nice and slow, relaxing those muscles slowly, controlling the movement, back down again. Legs out, stretch them. Start out here, lower back on the floor. So hip tuck, lower abs, tighten up, bringing that hip forward, roll it up, and relax. Down and release. All right, we're going to bring it down to the floor. Hold it right there. Stop right here. So you're either your back is touching the floor or the back is touching something that you've got under your lower back to stabilize. Lift the right leg just 6 inches off the floor. Keep that lower back on the floor at the same time and down. That is a much more aggressive lower ab exercise than when we lift our legs up high. Squeeze, get that lower back on the floor, pick the foot up just a little bit off the floor. Don't let your body twist. Arms are out to the side in case it does, and then back down. Little bend in the knee at all times. You can make this more challenging for yourself. Lower back on the floor, arms up using the core to balance. And back down nice and slow, making sure that lower back never leaves the floor. And back down, up, inches, lower back still on the floor. Nothing changed there. And down, other side, up, and back down, upper lowers. Now, if this is getting to be too much, all you need to do is bend those knees, getting the feet in closer to the butt, and then do it up and back down. Because what we're going to do with this is a crunch on the top, bringing the shoulders up, at the same time bringing that foot up just a little bit. Making sure that lower back is on the floor because this will pull the lower back way up. And then back down. Remember, you're looking right at the ceiling, heels coming up inches off the floor. So the first thing we do is squeeze the abs, get that lower back on the floor. Upper abs bring the shoulders up off the floor. Lower abs bring that foot up off the floor. And the whole time, you've got that lower back on the floor. And down, other side. Shoulders up, leg up, and back down. One more time each side. This is such a good exercise. Upper abs, lower abs. And it's such a small exercise. It's so small in the movements. It's a very protective exercise. That back is well stabilized, less chance of getting injured doing this, hurting the lower back. Bring it up and bring it back down. Feet up, knees bent. We're going to do that crunch again, but this time we're going to roll the shoulders down toward the hips. We're going somewhere with this. This is the first piece. So feet up, roll the shoulders up to the ceiling like you did before, but this time shoulder blades come down toward the thighs and then back down again. So what you should feel is your torso coming up higher. Your chest comes up higher off the floor when you roll those shoulder blades down toward the hips. tightening up that core, full exhale, and then back down again. It's up. So this is a modified V up. When you do a V up, we have this tendency to bring the chin to the chest and just roll up. Bring your hands on the outside. What we want to do is bring the shoulders to the ceiling. Up, squeeze. And it's so important to get those shoulder blades down. That's going to work the chest and the upper back as well as the abs. Reach out to the side, same thing. We're going to go up, rotate the shoulders, squeeze, bring those shoulder blades down. Look up at the ceiling. And back down. So when I say look up at the ceiling, your spine stays straight the whole way through this. Up. So you're still looking up, but you're not rolling the head back to try to look right over the shoulders. You're looking at a diagonal and back down. Bring it up. Squeeze, hands down, shoulder blades turn, lower back doesn't, and back. So feel the difference from using the shoulder blades, driving them down, getting that extra 2 inches, which is huge for the core, and back down one more time, plus you're getting that upper back exercise in. Squeeze it, hold it, and bring it back down. Again, arms up over the head, back of the hands on the floor. Stretch out. With the feet still planted, you're in crook position. Back of the hands are on the floor over the head. We're just going to bring the arms up. Here again, shoulder blades come down first. I forgot that. Shoulder blades come down. This is an exercise for the upper back. On the outside of the upper back, those lats. You should feel it on the outside of your shoulder blades. Bring the arms back down, keeping those shoulder blades down the whole way. You also feel this in the underside of the arms, up, of the shoulders. Bring the hands up. Hold. Tighten those arms up. I mean, they're tense. They're clenched. Contracted muscles all the way. Keep them contracted. Lower back is on the floor. Shoulder blades are down. And we're going to bring a leg up with this one. So as you bring the arms up, bring one leg up and back out again. If you can extend the legs and do this, that's perfect. Walk the heels out. Make sure that you're still doing the same thing with the lower back. It's on the floor. Just like when we picked that leg up 6 inches off the floor. And back, up, and back down. Taking your time. Shoulder blades are still down. Lower back's on the floor. Up, last one. And back down again. We're going to get a upper crunch to go with this. So as you bring the legs up, bringing the arms up, squeeze the core, and back down. When you squeeze the core, the legs, hips should come up off the floor, and the shoulder blades up off the floor. Up. Squeeze. Exhale as you come up. And back down. Take your time with this. Up. Lower back is on the floor. Shoulder blades are down. Reach. So I've got that foot pointed toward the ceiling. You may not get there. You may have just that knee up, and that's fine. Just knee pointed to the ceiling and back down, whichever works for you. We're going to add. We're going to add. So this time, pull over with the left arm only, raising the right leg. So up, and the same thing, reach. Taking that hand, reaching crossbody toward that opposite leg, and then bring it back down again. Other side. Shoulders are the only thing that rotates. Don't let that lower back. You're forcing that into the floor. So we've got here is upper, lowers, and obliques. So every week I try to show a way that you can get all of those muscle groups involved in one exercise. So that when you're looking for something to do, this is a great thing to do. And back down, up, and down one more time. Up, rotate, and back down again. Give it a break. We're going to go up into a glute bridge. Heels on the floor, feet on the floor, ball the foot to the heel. Hips, knees, toes, right in alignment. All the way through this. Concentrate on that. First thing we're going to do, roll that lower back on the floor. Just it. That's all it is. Bring the lower back on the floor and then back up. Roll that lower back on the floor. Continue that movement, bringing the hips up just a little bit as you come up, and squeeze the glutes underneath. And I really try to stress this, not pushing through the heels. I really want to work core and glutes. If you push through the heels, that works the hamstrings and the back of the thighs, and we did a lot with those already. So again, lower back on the floor. Continue that squeeze through the lower abs, bringing the hip up in a hip roll, and then squeeze the abs once you get there. And back down again. Don't let those knees flare or collapse. One more time. Roll the hips, bring it up, squeeze it, and back down. Again. Up we go. Seated, seated, seated. Knee up. Just bring the shoulder blades back. Arms back in the kickstand. Kind of hold out there for a second. All right. Extend the left leg out. Right ankle on the left shin. Walk it up. Bring the knee up and the shin up at the same time. So bring the knee in just a little bit, bring the shin up just a little bit more. You'll get to that spot where you'll feel the stretch on the outside of the hip, on that knee that's flared out to the side. You really have to make this happen, get the shoulder blades back in that kickstand. Deep breath in. All you want to feel is outside of those hips stretch out, the piriformis, because we need that. We worked them hard. And release. Other side, same thing. Right foot extended, left ankle on the right shin. Walk it up. Roll the shoulder blades back. This is so great doing it this way because you can really adjust until you find just the outside of the hip and nothing more. And really concentrate first on those shoulder blades going back before you bring that leg up higher. Get your upper body, because then you'll have to do less with the lower body, preventing injury again. And release. Deep breath. Exhale. We're going to stand up. We are. Hands on the thigh. Push up through that front leg and bring it up. That getting up from the floor should be so much easier, because everything you do to get up is everything we did in dynamic balance exercises. This thing, fingers intertwined, palms out, chin to chest. Deep breath in. Exhale, bringing the arms up overhead, roll the shoulder blades back. Good stretch through the chest, through the shoulders, and then bring the hands up or the arms up so they're right next to the ears, and come down on the side. Stretching out the rib cage. Up to the other side we go. Down and over. Back up to center, bring the arms down, feet out wide. We're going to stretch out the hamstrings. Butt out, hip hinge, knees over the ankles. Nothing moves from the ankles to the knees as pushing the feet into the floor. Heels go down in the floor and drive up to standing. Down again, out. Down, butt out. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings, and then just shift weight to one side. So I'm taking that left leg, lengthening it out just a little bit, extending that knee. And then through this side, push up to the middle, and then come down on the other side nice and slow, concentrating on shoulder square to the floor, butt back. Should feel all kinds of really good stretch happening here. Inner thigh going around to the back of that thigh on the inside. And push back up through the heel, come up, bring the legs in, just a little bit of a squat. Nice and easy. Down, roll, and push up. Arms back, arms up as you come up. Roll the shoulder blades back and back down. Again, up, over the top, and down. Step it back in a reverse. We're going to lengthen out that back leg, coming down, bringing that heel closer to the floor in that back leg. Feeling the stretch in the front of the thigh, those quadriceps, and the hip flexors. So what I'm doing is I'm taking that back leg, I've got it back, and then I start lengthening that knee out, start to bring it up. And that gives me that stretch in the front of the leg. And down, back up. Again, we need this stretch because we work these muscles a lot through this. Everything from the lower part of the body. So up, hips come underneath, which lengthens out those muscles on the front of the leg, front of the back of the leg. And up, 1 foot out, 1 foot in. Deedle, deedle, dumpling. Going into a hip hinge. Toe is up in the air, stretching out the calf muscle this time. We hadn't gotten there yet. Got the rest of them. It's the only ones we had left. Other side. Toe up, knees bent just a little bit. And then hands on the thigh, pushing the butt back into a hip hinge. Bring that toe up. You want to feel the stretch from the heel to the knee. And roll it. Come back to center. Let's do one of these. Couple of these, let's do. Down underneath, reach over, arms up overhead. Deep breath in, bring the shoulder blades back, open up the chest. Because right here, when you push out the stomach, you're going to get all sorts of air down the lower part of the lungs and back down. Reach across, roll the hips, come on up over the top, deep breath in. Shoulders back, stomach out, exhale, and bring it down. Thank you guys for being here today. I appreciate it. I will see you all next week, all of you, and then some maybe. Thank you.